Wind and water have always been an issue for Louisville Water. This site, situated on the floodplain, has seen the Ohio River creep over its banks quite frequently. 1883 and 84, 1913, and 1997. In 2011, you could kayak down River Road, and our employees took a boat to work at the pumping station. But nothing quite compares to 1937, when an unprecedented 20 inches of rain fell in a month. Louisville Water and the city watched the Ohio River rise and crest at 57.1 feet. 4 feet of water rushed in the pumping station, and the new electric pump couldn't operate. On January 22nd, the pump was turned off, and Louisville Water asked customers to ration their water. January 23rd, employees are asked to abandon the station. But the city needed safe drinking water. Then the next day, an idea. Use the boiler of a steamboat to power one of the old steam engines. The CC Slider docked next to Pumping Station 2, and men worked tirelessly in the cold, rain, and mud to get the pumps rolling. It was quite an engineering feat with a little bit of luck. As land began to reappear, the boiler house was repaired and could again power the steam pumps. Water rationing ended February 5th. The CC Slider pulled away, and a group of employees who hadn't been ashore for 12 days went home. It took until the end of February to send out drinking water at full pressure. The year after the flood, pumping stations numbers 2 and 3 were flood-proofed, and 2 new electric pumps were installed on an elevated balcony. Since then, even with floods, Louisville Water has not stopped its operations. Winds, tornadoes made their marks in 1890 and 1974. A loud crash roared through the city on March 17, 1890. In a second, a tornado snapped the water tower from 169 feet to 30 feet. The standpipe and the outer wooden shaft lay in pieces, and what a sight it must have been. The base of the tower, made of brick, was mostly intact. Quick thinking by Chief Engineer Charles Hermody saved the city's water supply. He devised an air pump so the Cornish engines could still operate. It took years to rebuild the tower, and what a sight to see just the pipe and scaffolding standing high in the air. The new tower was completely restored in 1909, with the steel casing and the statues that adorn the tower today. The 1974 tornado that devastated the region passed directly through the Crescent Hill facilities. Chief Engineer Frank Campbell got a frantic call from his secretary.
She called me to say, Mr. Campbell said Chuck Stapler has called you from Crescent Hill. He said, you need to come out here right away. You can't believe what's happened. And so I can remember proceeding down Frankfort Avenue and tears streaming down my face as I saw all the trees down, the power poles down and so forth.
A repair truck was thrown into the reservoir, 200 trees were down, and power lines were mangled. The Crescent Hill facilities had no power to pump water for nearly 12 hours. Engineers tried, once again, to use steam power, but with no luck.
It's the first year that after we dismantled the steam engines that we had a power outage with the tornado.
Once again, the company asked customers to conserve water, as crews worked to make repairs and keep a good pressure for firefighting.
I worked 4 days and, just steady. I'd get so tired I'd just go in the office and lay down, go to sleep.
It took more than a year to finish the repairs, and Louisville Water increased its emergency generating capacity. Frozen water can be an issue too. In the winter of 1977-78, the Ohio River literally froze over. There were hundreds of water main breaks.
I was an emergency turner, and it began to snow that Sunday night, and by Monday morning it was just unbelievable. So the company had 4-wheel drives come to everybody, especially turners, come and pick us up and bring us back in. and they told us to bring clothing because you're going to be here for a while. And we ended up staying at one of the local hotels for like 2 weeks.
Drinking water kept flowing, perhaps proving that, like the mail, neither rain nor sleet or wind can completely turn off the tap.